What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another STP 1200 Club Spotlight with my guy Jessy Casaus with Prestige Benefits and Insurance. Jesse, man, how you doing?
Man, been doing good. Hanging in there, staying busy,
Yep,
learning new things.
yep. We've been talking a little off mic before we got started. Just got some new endeavors you're working on.
Yeah.
Got some new certifications. Open enrollments coming up. All the above, man. Where should we start?
Yeah, open enrollment, that's a big topic. Everybody's stressing out. A lot of folks I'm talking about, they're worrying about the ACA stuff, subsidies, how much stuff is going to cost. I don't think it's going to be as big a deal. So I'm just kind of just waiting for the official stuff to come out and to actually shop some stuff for 26.
Yep.
But I don't think people should be stressed over that. I think we're still gonna be golden there. The new stuff I'm doing, man, I'm just learning a bunch of stuff from Scott, not my guy who's helping me with PNC
Yep.
about the commercial stuff. And just trying to be there for folks in this time. Open enrollment to me is like my teaching session.
Okay.
I see it more as an opportunity to meet more people and get my name out there, but really just sit down and educate people on the concepts and why we even have insurance and where it fits in with your financial goals, with your family, the stewardship that God's placed on, with your family and how all that's going to work.
Feel that, man. Well, man, talk to us about some of the stuff you're excited about, or what people should be aware of, all that.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff I'm excited about. I mean, outside of the world of insurance, really just learning this whole process and really diving in. The more and more I learn about this, it almost humbles me to the fact where I always feel like I just need to go back to the beginning and the simplistic aspects of why we're doing any of this in the first place. Because right now I'm reviewing the plans and how they're going to function and what the changes are and new openings for different types of plans here in Tennessee, whether it be dual special needs or this or that. But it's like, why in the world are we even messing with this insurance stuff anyways, and it's just, it comes down to that stewardship. I've been trying to grow in my faith and understand why I'm here on earth. And again, like when it comes to the insurance, it wasn't something that I thought I was ever going to be doing or feel passionate about. It was when I came to Christ, it was like, I got to be a pastor. I got to go out and start a mission or some kind of ministry or start teaching. And the more it was like putting a square peg in a round hole, it
Man.
just it didn't feel right. And once I started getting involved in the healthcare industry and seeing people's needs of trying to get, their stuff covered, just people ill and dealing with stuff and just finding out that this is my ministry, and being able to coach people through that and figure out not only how to grow spiritually, but that involves our family aspect of what are we leaving to our children, how well, like that passage in Proverbs that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And that's really been driving me lately, on how to get all this set up, not just for exclude everybody, just myself, really examining myself and how is my family structure set up. What am I doing? I'm building this business and I want to have it there for my kids and leave all this stuff behind. And how does my financial plan incorporate insurance? And really just taking a look on a personal level, like knowing that I have certain things in place for myself, that if something, God forbid, happens to me, the family's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And there's a plan there. And once you make that personal, that's when really things started to open up for me. It's that like, man, this is what I have. And not only do I got to go out there and preach the gospel, but it's like, it's that saying, if you go out there and preach the gospel to somebody that's hungry and you don't feed them, what kind of power is there in that, and it's on a grand scale, so this insurance stuff is just, it's a necessary evil, and it just opens up so many doors to me lately to preach the gospel and get somebody set in a place where they feel comfortable with their finances, with their protection, the stewardship God gave them, that their family is going to be taken care of. There's not going to be any tragedy that's going to come and take that away, because ultimately we need to spend our times doing other things and worrying about whether or not we're going to have health care, we're going to leave something behind to our families. Because when all that stuff just is taken care of, when you have somebody that can advocate for you, that cares for you, then that frees up that time to get out there and do things that really matter, and that's invest in the kingdom of God and preach the gospel and spend time with your family and do the church stuff and the ministries. Just not worry about this kind of thing, you know.
Yeah,
It's really eye-opening for me lately.
I love that, man. That's beautiful. That's really well said. I love that about you, man. Like I say, I feel like I say it every time. Like there's a lot of different, uh, a lot of craziness in your world, with dealing with certain things and knowing how to navigate the health care, specifically that side of things. But your care for people and really the educational aspect and being able to, just like meet people where they are and guide them uh, through something that's really, really complicated. Like there's no like real easy path to like fully understand the healthcare industry. But yeah, man, I've always really appreciated how much you care for the people first of all, and then the service that you can provide is, it can be life changing. So that's amazing, man. Thank you. I just want to always like give people their flowers when I can, because it's an awesome thing that you do and that you provide. So what else, man? So you said you're not super worried about open enrollment. I've heard a
uh,
lot of a
um
lot of folks. Like I was at a networking event on Monday, and they were talking about 75% increases and like some really crazy stuff. So
there's going to be disruptions.
yeah,
It's again, it touched on those two bills, you know, that were passed during the pandemic to extend those tax. It's just it's on the higher end spectrum, and most of the folks that I meet that I think are going to be affected by the tax incentives, you know, the subsidies being reduced and all that stuff. They're not in a situation where they really care too much about it, because a lot of people don't realize with health insurance, there's a lot of it fits into your financial plan. You know, when it comes to if you have a financial advisor, if you don't, you know, get one. We got a good, if you come to BIB, we got some folks. But you got to have that, you know, and the people that I think that are going to be affected by the income and the tax incentives, they're already on the higher end of income, and they typically have emergency funds, and they could take on that extra responsibility. So I don't think they're going to be as badly affected. They're just going to basically be in the same boat as everybody else. It's just going pre-pandemic stuff. It's going back to how it was
gotcha.
before the pandemic, and so I don't see a big issue with it.
Yeah,
Open enrollment right now, I'm actually studying all that stuff. So with open enrollment, specifically in Medicare, I got to go through and recertify with every single carrier and do all the annual trainings. And this time of year is always it's always jam packed for me, of cramming in all the new changes and what's happening for 26. But it always humbles me, and just kind of why my frame kind of changed today, of just trying to go back to the basics, because we can complicate those things with the laws and credits and subsidies and what's changing, but always going back to those basics of why are we doing this? Why is it necessary for me? Is it necessary for me? And just sticking to that, man, and just simplifying it,
yeah,
because once I start complicating it, then it takes away the niche. It takes away, you know, that's what I pride myself in, is that education, is
yeah.
getting down and really knowing people and understanding their situations
Nice.
and finding the best possible way for them. And if there's going to be changes and disruptions and stuff's going to happen, and potentiality of losing coverage, it's like, what can we do? It's
Yeah,
going to be, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Well, we could sulk about it, or we could just figure out a way
yeah,
to do things better. And that's what I love. What we do at Prestige is we have all these other innovative products. We're just not trying to shoehorn people into a couple different categories. We can go outside the box, like we talked about the WOW healthcare, whether it be health share, or telehealth and wellness type things, and just my background in healthcare. I'm able to coach people through how to do things self-pay. I mean, I got folks that I sit down with, I call friends, that they pay out of pocket cash. You know, they're friends with an insurance broker, and sometimes I'm just like, hey man, if you got cash like that, let's do this, let's do that, let's negotiate the price and just pay cash. And sometimes you're just as golden, because you know you got an emergency fund and you're pretty well set, and maybe you got an accident plan or something. So everybody's situation is different, and when it comes to open enrollment, I think most folks are going to be okay. And really, it's just going back to the roots of what's best for my family, and is my setup for them going to be okay. And one person's okay is somebody else's anxiety. So there's really not a one size fits all for anyone. So I'm just waiting and seeing, and trusting in the Lord, and connecting with people, loving on them, and figuring out what we can do to make their situations better for their families, leaving that legacy, you know?
Yeah, man. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Being proactive about it. Like you said, not worrying about if it's going to happen or what can happen, but just being prepared to like take it on when it does happen it's a good approach, man.
Makes me feel better.
Yeah, right. At least tell yourself that, right? And I mean, that's true. That's true for any situation, as long as you're proactive about it, and just, you know, some type of preparation to face disruption and all that stuff. It goes a long way. So for the people out there, if you don't have that sense of security, call my guy right here. So let's get into some of the other stuff, man. You got you passed some tests, you're certified in some new stuff. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so just opening up to the PNC world. So right now it's kind of the slow time. So once the open enrollment hits, I'm going to be pretty busy.
Go ahead and hit that. Yeah. You're good.
It's supposed to be on silent. I don't know why it's doing it. Oh, it's because it's the iPad.
Oh. Oh.
Come on, Apple. You're supposed to cross silence throughout all the devices.
That's it. You made the switch.
I'm still learning. That's what's new, is I made the switch to Apple. I was bestowed a gift, and it's the most expensive gift ever bestowed to me, because I had to join the whole ecosystem to make it all work.
I hear that. But yeah, just getting into the PNC world, you were saying?
Yeah, so it's a little bit slower time, so I want to focus more on the business aspects of it. Obviously, I'm going to bring the same service to the autos and the homes and all that stuff. Be able to kind of fit that into your financial plan, make what's, you know, protect your family and things. But I'm popping by small businesses. It's the small businesses that are really overlooked. They may get in the plan, you know, they open their business, they need a business plan and some workers' comp or something like that. They do it, and then they never revisit it. They never see the agent. They never. So I just want to service those folks, and at the same time offer that option and opportunity to provide health benefits for their employees. So I think it fits together well, to be able to offer every service. You know, it's like going to a small business. So if you're a small business, you don't understand about how the health insurance works, how the market phase could even fit in, tax subsidies. I can get in there and evaluate your situation, see if we can save you some money, offer better coverage on your business policies, get you your workers' comp, come in. Since we're looking at payroll and stuff, I have options for payroll, ADP alternatives, and then go in there and jump in and give you quotes and potential health insurance for your employees. It's going to offer retention. You know, when your payroll's on point, you got benefits for your employees. You're gonna hold your employees. It's going to save you money, and you're going to have that opportunity to grow, because people are going to want to work for you, and you know, obviously try to save you some money in the process.
Right. That's awesome, man. What else, dude? What else? I mean, that's huge. Being able, I know you talked about it on the last one, just being kind of like one-stop shop for all things insurance, and being able to cross over the different policies to make sure people are covered the best way possible. So congratulations on that, man. That's I know that test isn't easy. I know you're a little stressed about it, but knocked it out, got it
Yeah.
done, and getting into some new opportunities. What else you got, man? What else are you excited about?
One thing I'm excited about is a potential partnership with a large specialty clinic here in Tennessee. I won't
Nice,
say the
man.
name just yet, but we got satellite offices all throughout, and even in Kentucky. So I met with a CEO, finance manager, director, and a billing manager the other day,
Nice.
and this coming open enrollment may be able to use Prestige as an exclusive, like preferred broker
It's huge.
for all their needs. That comes with the knowledge of me being in the healthcare industry and understanding the type of diagnoses and patients that are seen at this practice. I could offer that wisdom to them and understand how their stuff gets billed out
Nice,
through
dude.
that system, and then fit them to the right plans that are going to really save folks money and get better treatments approved for them.
Man, that's incredible. That's huge, dude.
It's
That's
it's
a
gonna be
big
huge,
opportunity.
man. Like I was excited because I didn't even initiate any contact on this one. It's folks I have an established relationship with, and
Nice.
it was dropped on me. Like, hey, you want to get together here in a few hours? We have some questions for
Wow,
you.
dude.
And I'm
That's
like,
sick.
yeah, answer your questions. And it ended up being really productive. I enjoyed the conversation. It went over, when they tell you we're gonna talk for 30 minutes and you go 45 minutes, an hour,
That's a
it's
great
usually
sign.
a good sign.
That's a great sign.
So I'm looking forward because I plan my stuff out, and I see the opportunities I had minus that.
Yeah.
And if I incorporate that into it, it's just,
Nice.
it's just compounding, and I can't wait to be established. I got a guy that's getting licensed right now,
Nice.
and I got my daughter just turned 18. She's doing her thing, and she's gonna start being she's gonna handle some of the back office stuff for me. So that's gonna free up time.
Dude,
Comes to
congrats.
scheduling, phone calls, bookings, and stuff like that. So we'll be just a little tight
Yeah.
little machine now,
Little lean
instead of
machine.
yeah,
Little
because
family biz.
I'm so easygoing when it comes to a lot of my clients. It's just like we kind of chat like we're buddies and
Yeah.
stuff. We'll get an email and I'll respond to email. I'll fit people in here, fit people in there. Even if it's late, I'll step away from the dinner table, I'll run into
Sure.
the office and do whatever, check stuff. So now we're gonna have just gonna be a little more streamlined, and I'm gonna have
Nice.
some schedules and some
Nice,
automated
dude.
phone. I'm trying to get some kind of phone system going, but at least a little formalized now. So
Yeah,
I'm
man.
enjoying it. And then soon we'll have a physical location that'll be shared amongst a few other
Nice.
entities, just so we can provide more services to people.
Heck yeah. That's super exciting, man. I love this stuff. It's cool to just be able to kind of document the process and the progress, man. Like that's so sick.
That's
Like,
gonna be cool, yeah. Because
yeah.
I'll look back at these and 5 years from now, and be like,
Like,
man,
you remember when we were
yeah,
opening the first office? Yeah,
it's gonna
man.
be nice. Yeah, God
Dude,
willing.
yeah, man. Prayers up for all that, dude. That's so awesome. Congratulations. I love. You talked about that on the last one too. Just kind of how you're bringing the fam into the equation, and man, it's just this is all really cool. Super pumped for you, man. Uh, what else? What else do you want to share?
No, man. Again, if people out there, if you're just tired of the normal old, just boxed up stuff, I'm here. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm branching out. I pride myself in that service. If you don't hear from the agent, if you just connected one time, that's what I want. I just want to educate people, let them make informed decisions. I really want their family stress to go down. When that happens, the family just runs better. You got that peace of mind, because it's not just health insurance. I mean, like I said, we do it all.
Yeah,
If you don't have a life insurance, you don't understand the value in that. I'm not a salesman. I'm just going to get in there. I don't get paid by anybody I sit down with. It's just educate that person. If they choose to implement whatever remedy I have for them, I'm going to get taken care of on the back end, and your family's going to be taken care of for the rest of your life. And
man.
you get that education, even if it's just for the back to just connect and educate and see what's out there for you. That's what I love the most. I love to sit down with people and just have a good old time and just talk about our situations. Most of the people here I meet in Tennessee, we end up in the faith talks anyways. It's like I can't believe how many people I sit down with, and it's just an inquiry on insurance, and it's just a so small world. It's like your cell phone. You call me from your cell phone. It's a 702. I was like, well, I was born and raised in Vegas. And then you know somebody. They know somebody. They were. It just every little time I sit down, there's always some weird little connection that we have with one another. And a lot of time it is that faith aspect, and we just get to love on each other and pray for each other. And if you don't have that, if you don't, I mean, some people don't want that from their agent. So, and that's cool as well. But if you want that relationship, when it comes to your financial world, your insurance world, that planning that you have, whether it's you have questions about wills and your estate and whether or not you have the like protection for your family, I'm your guy. I mean, I'll just sit down and be a friend and educate you, and you'll have that for the rest of your life if you choose to do business with me. If not, you'll still say what's up every year, when the time comes around again.
I love that, man. Well, where can people find you? You always plug that.
Yeah, I mean, I got my business Google business page, prestigebandy.com. Prestige is large conglomerate. We got agents all. Oh, man, we're growing. I mean, it's more and more states are growing. We got me. We'll have a handful of agents here in Tennessee soon. So it's big time, and some states offer even more services than we do here, and hopefully we'll bring those to Tennessee one day as well.
Nice.
So it's big, man. It's getting bigger.
I love it, man. Always pulling for you, man. Appreciate just your approach to everything, your faith, your walk, and how you care for people, man. It's I say it every time, but it's a beautiful reflection of everything we're about here at Spread the Positive. So, as always, appreciate you. Be sure to stay tuned for future updates. We got some exciting stuff coming down the line, man. This was kind of a short but sweet session, but I feel like we covered quite a bit. And just if you have any questions about anything insurance, give Jessy a call. Jessy Casaus, Casaus. Prestige Benefits. You will find him on Google, and it's pretty easy to get in touch with him. Very accessible, very out here, just ready to serve. So, Jessy, man, I appreciate you as always, and we'll wrap this one up, man.
Thank you.
All righty.